You had a great item in Football Morning in America this week, too, about the Raiders and the Chiefs. What a thing for the Raiders to have to turn over the keys to their practice facility to the Chiefs. It reminded me of when Frank Costanza was talking about moving to Del Boca Vista. We're going to be in the swimming pool, we're going to be in the tennis courts, and we're going to be all over the shuffleboard court. They're going to be in all the Raiders stuff, and they can take no solace in the fact that they can root for the 49ers because the Raiders hate the 49ers as much or more than they hate the Chiefs. Yeah. It's the worst possible matchup for the Raiders.
What was really cool, I sat when I was at the 49ers game on Sunday, I sat 2 seats down from, let me preface this by saying, look, I love going to games, okay? And going to games is really, really a lot of fun. But there are some times when you start to realize, hey, the Raiders are going to be in the Chiefs building. And there were a couple of guys in the press box that day, who were former Raiders and who I asked them about it. And they just said, it's going to be brutal for Mark Davis to consider having Andy Reid and Brett Veach and Clark Hunt walking all through their building. And Mike, on the other hand, I'll tell you what's going to be very interesting. And look, for people who don't understand this, let me explain, because I have been, and I am going to be a pool reporter at the Super Bowl again this year for one of the teams, actually for Kansas City. And so you're able in that situation to go and watch the team as they practice at that facility. And over the years, I've seen Peyton Manning in the Miami Dolphins facility. I've seen Tom Brady. I think they were at Tulane that year, the first year they won the Super Bowl, Belichick and Brady and Bledsoe. But you get to see them, and in the times that they are in the other team's building, the other team has to abandon the building. They can't be in there. So they have to give their building over to the team. So I don't know how far they will go into their building or what rooms they will use, meeting rooms. I don't know. Different coaches do different things. They might have the meetings at their own hotel rather than, at the facility. But what is really, really interesting, I think, about this particular one is over the years, I have seen 4 or 5 Raiders-Chiefs games. I mean, they hate each other, really hate each other. And that's why when I think of this game and this team inside the Raiders facility, look, Mark Davis is not Al Davis by any stretch. But Mark Davis, probably the thing he will wake up with a black cloud over his head during Super Bowl week. There won't be a lot, but Andy Reid walking through my building, that's one of those things.
Sitting at the desk, eating a cheeseburger, hanging out, putting his feet up. And I'm surprised over the years there hasn't been some anecdote that's emerged about some prank or some indignity or something that was left behind, maybe on the carpet in Michael Scott's office for the team that came back in and took over. Let's take a break. When we return, new Seahawks coach Mike McDonald met the media for the first time on Thursday in Seattle. We'll hear from him next here on PFT Live. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.